Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doug if you're new here. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I happened to swing by the mailbox. A couple of packages had arrived, which I thought I would share with you guys. One is a VCLT delivery from another Vinyl Community member, VCLT, Vinyl Community Love Train, gift from one Vinyl Community channel to another. I'll get to that in just a minute. The other package that arrived was a book I've been waiting on. I had pre-ordered this. I was keenly awaiting it, checking the mailbox. I know others have been posting their copies. I was kind of anxiously awaiting mine. It's actually the first authorized biography of the great dub mixer King Tubby, Osborne Ruddock. Just came out. It was actually published already in France in the French language, but they have now translated it into this English edition, fully authorized with cooperation by the great King Tubby's daughter, who supplied information, rare photos. So very detailed work here, lots of information, lots of great photos in here. King Tubby's famous mixing board. Photos here, many never before seen by the public. King Tubby at work there. And starts off on the early morning hours of February 6th, 1989, as Osborne Ruddock is leaving his studio on Dromilly Avenue in Kingston, returns to his home, gets out of his car when he is suddenly confronted by a gunman who would ultimately take his life, tragically, senselessly, never identified or apprehended. His daughter apparently witnessed it. That is how the book begins. So going to be a very interesting and detailed read. I had done a special spotlight video on King Tubby recently as part of my dub series of videos. I have a couple more episodes of that I haven't gotten to as far as uploading, so I may get back to that series. The great King Tubby, there at the very dawn of dub mixing and continuing through into the late 1980s, into the digital era of reggae, when he too experimented with putting out digitally created reggae rhythms. So King Tubby, the dub master, authorized biography, put out by Dread Editions, author Thibaut Erengard. Traveled to Jamaica, interviewed many who knew him personally. He's also put out another book. I should have thought to order this at the same time. I am kind of interested to read this. Gangs of Jamaica is another book he's put out, detailing the underworld in Jamaica, how it's connected to the political system there. On to the Vinyl Community Love Train delivery. I got a package in the mail. I was kind of scratching my head at first. I've got a couple of things on order. It was a bit too soon for them to show up, and then it struck me, it had slipped my memory. Pat, aka the Muzikhead, is a Vinyl Community channel I've been getting to know over the past couple of months since discovering his channel. Very cool guy. I think he says he grew up in the Caribbean, as I understand it, but very knowledgeable both in the Caribbean culture, the dance hall culture, but all forms of music as well. Very deep Muzikhead, literally, very apt name. You can show anything on his channel. He's deep into his hip hop, but he could just as easily show you some psychedelic rock, some dancehall reggae, as I said. Showed Black Sabbath in one of his most recent videos. Could be anything really. So then I remembered he did reach out to me a while back and said he had something he wanted to send me. So that has kindly arrived. Thank you very much, Pat. Sent me a little note here as well. First off, he sent me some mix CDs. He had shown some of these in one of his recent videos and we were kind of discussing it. It's from a sound system I guess he follows called the Black Talon sound system that kind of puts out their own mixtape releases digitally, which Pat has sent me. So this is one called Reggae Culture, mixed by Shane Talon from the Black Talon sound system. These are all, I guess, various artists' tracks. Haven't listened to these yet. Just arrived today, and Pat has sent those in CDR format. There's also one called Rockers, website there, Black Talons 357. Coming with the musical shots, 357.com. The Penthouse label, tribute to Penthouse Records. This will be various artists' mix of tunes released on the Penthouse label. Penthouse was a very crucial record label, I guess late 1980s, early 1990s, probably one of the most important labels in reggae at that time. Just for reference, I'll show you one of the records I do have on it. Penthouse selections, Buju Banton, How the World a Run, aka How Massagod World a Run, one of the many crucial songs from Buju Banton at that time, from Donovan Germain's Penthouse Records label. I do have various odds and ends on the Penthouse label. Probably one of the most important record labels at that time, and largely responsible for the rise of Buju Banton. So that'll be a cool mix. Thank you again, Pat. And if that wasn't enough, he sent me a vinyl record. This is Paul Palmiyeller, doing a Steve Carlson on that name. The album is called Academese. I was kind of scratching my head at this one, and then as he indicated in the note, it came back to me. He was showing some records that in several videos back, one of his videos, that some came warped. He had to get replacement copies. So I guess he was able to unwarp one of his copies. He got a replacement one, so he was able to send me his original copy, I guess. So Palmiyeller, very hard name to say. Academese is the album. This is a 2018 release, it looks like. Just came out on vinyl very recently, I guess. Pressed out of Greece, it looks like. Green Cookie Records, Thessaloniki, Greece. But the band is actually Turkish. This is recorded and mixed in Istanbul, Turkish rock. It's described on Discogs as kind of indie rock, surf rock. Pat had indicated that he had some problems with skipping on the first track. Pat, I did give that a quick listen just now. Seems to play just fine for me. Indie rock, I guess I would agree with. I would say there's also kind of a jazzy, kind of progressive feel based on what I've heard. I haven't listened to the whole album through yet, but I really dig that first track, Pat. Like the guitar player on there, very cool tone. So very cool rock out of Istanbul, Turkey. A region of the world I've never really listened to any music from. I have been kind of curious to check out some things that I've seen and posted and shown in the vinyl community. I know there's a lot of jazz, a lot of jazz funk and psychedelic rock coming out of that particular region. So it has been something that's kind of been percolating, bubbling on the radar to check out. So very cool. Thank you very much, Pat. I will enjoy that. Definitely enjoy what I've heard so far, and seems to play just fine on my deck. So he was able to de-warp that one. Very cool. I'll try and hit you back with something, Pat. I'm not the best at sending out VCLT. I am that guy, somebody's birthday or at Christmas time, trying to pick out presents. I'm that guy wandering around the store for hours thinking, what do I get? What do I get? I'm not good at thinking of things like that, but I will try and see if something comes to mind. Hold tight, and definitely thanks for thinking of me. It's much appreciated, and I will enjoy all of those. So, just a quick video today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and cheers.